Good evening, and welcome back to the Chunnelsicks Television News. I'm your host, Edgar. Before we get to tonight's top story, by the 25th century, New Yorkers will have evolved to grow tails so that they always have a seat on the subway. Our top story this evening: the royal family is visiting New York this week. No confirmation yet on reports that they were greeted by an unwanted Mariah Carey serenade. During their 3-day trip, the couple will see the Empire State Building and the 9/11 Memorial. Then we'll attend a Nets-Cavaliers game in Brooklyn. I would not fly across the Atlantic to watch the Knicks either. LeBron James said it would be an honor to play in front of royalty. No word on if he meant William and Kate or J and B. We go now to field correspondent Tommy Chunnelsicks for a bromentary on the sports world.
Thanks, Dylan. So at 62 years old, actor Mickey Rourke fought and won a boxing match in Moscow. Bro Frazier, that is impressive. What's not impressive, however, is that knockout punch. I guess it didn't live up to the hype of the previous boxing match in Moscow, Balboa v. Drago, because you see, his opponent, Elliot Seymour, took a dive and lost on purpose. If I can't trust the sanctity of boxing, I don't know what else I can trust in this world. I'm afraid it gets worse, though, Joe Rogan. Because allegedly, Seymour is homeless. Yeah, that's right. Mickey Rourke fought a boxcar fighter. I guess his promoter is Mo Sislak. The Homer They Fall, episode number 156. Anyway, Mickey Rourke, the Pope of Soup Kitchen Village, did not come out of this looking too good. In fact, he actually looked like he was auditioning for a role in the new live-action adaptation of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Mick, just do what you're good at, man. Being that Russian guy who really likes his bird for whatever reason. Or the guy with the messed up face who couldn't die. Or the guy who was vaguely defined but was just a tattoo artist. That's what you need to do, Mick. Back to you, Bromer Simpson.
Thanks, Tommy. Gun sales spiked in the month of November, up 12% from October. The busiest day for background checks was Black Friday, which makes sense. You try buying a PS4 at Walmart without a side piece. Wait, are people buying these as gifts? It's a gun from Santa! You must have been really nice this year! Or is that naughty? I'm not sure which list would get guns. Experts also attribute the jump in gun sales to the situation in Ferguson. You don't agree with an act of violence? Buy a gun. Or if you do agree, still buy a gun. This is like showing your anger with the American obesity epidemic by buying all the Betty Crocker that you can find. I just feel safer having cake mix in the house. I never know when I'm going to need it. That's all the news we have this week. This is Dylan Edgar reminding you that you can trust a man with 2 first names. Thank you, and good night.